psychologists to manage people, to see the behavioral signs that are changing and help people before it's too late, before probably they become suicidal. And this is very, very, very common. And so, as Leona has said, it's a passion that you feel inside.
It's that inner voice.
That's inner voice. But you don't have to wait to study like her. You can right away start it where you are and support people, talk to them before they become ill health, where she picks them up from.
Yesterday in the neighborhood, a lady screamed out loud, and people were so afraid. They were like, what is happening? Have they lost someone? Has someone passed on? So they rushed to really find out what the issue was. She was totally broken down. She was in tears, and she's trying to explain that I've just had a phone call, and they've stolen, or should I say stolen, the land in the village. Or they have sold, they have taken my land, and she was just complaining, and all in tears. So at some point we all need this support.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. And you know, with mental health, everybody suffers from some sort of mental pressure. How your body and your mind handles this, it's quite different. The same situation we could all be suffering. You could easily completely lose it and require even hospitalization, and somebody else could quite easily handle it and move along.
Do you know the first aid she got? Someone was telling her, you're going to end up in Butabika. You'll be there. Oh, wow. You're going to end up in Butabika.
No, this is the
and
problem.
That's enjoy the land.
This is the problem with the stigma.
On that note, let me make this submission. I think we have a big problem of stigma. In Uganda, in Africa, and in the world, really. We have a huge problem of stigma, and stigma is not just no. Stigma is ignorance, is a lack of knowledge. When there was stigma about HIV, HIV was a death sentence. Yeah. When you find out you have HIV, you're a disgrace to the family and the community. You're shamed and sent to the village to die. Today, because stigma was lifted, companies can invest in research, ARVs can be produced, and people with HIV can live full, robust lives. Okay. Now, when it comes to mental health, ladies and gentlemen, Butabika Hospital is a fantastic, peaceful, clean hospital where people who are mentally ill go. But because we choose to label them as Balalu, we choose to distance ourselves from them. Mental illness, when you see what we call psychosis, is what you call Balalu. That's psychosis. Now, psychosis can be mental illness of schizophrenia, bipolar, but it can also be stress-induced psychosis.
Okay.
It can also be substance-induced psychosis.
It's not witchcraft.
All I'm saying is that it can happen to anyone.
Okay.
And you can stigmatize mental health all you want until there's someone in your family that's suffering with it. Then you understand how detrimental your words are. Psychotherapists that you see here, we don't only see people who are mentally ill. In the US, for example, the Fortune 500 companies, every manager is required to see a psychotherapist every week, at least once a week. Why? Because it's a place that you can go and process your thoughts with someone who is objective, who does not know about your life story and is not
going to criticize you.
They're not. No, we were not here to criticize. We are not here to judge. We are here to listen and give you back the story and resound it to you and make you realize what about that story maybe is off, right?
Put the puzzle right.
Put the puzzle right. So a majority of my clients, for example, are not mentally ill people, right? But mentally ill people, it's the same as physical illness. You come in, there is maybe a chemical imbalance in the brain that is causing psychosis. You get medication, you get psychotherapy, you go back to work like
or maybe you messed up maybe at when it comes to diet, or maybe you're not getting enough sleep or something. So you try to help the person figure it out.
All that.
So what would have been the first aid?
for this
yes, because I mean everyone was just scared. You're going to go to you'll be there.
That's the worst thing that can happen. That's not the first aid she needed. She